Ndewo n'ụmụnne Fada Mbaka eburu lebata ọzọ unu mana ndị be anyị kwuru okwu ha sị atọl na anyị was pass. At least Fada Mbaka at all times na speak his mind. Some people say na ọ na-ekwu ya ka enye ya contract. Some people say na ọ na-ekwu ya ka ọ chọrọ ka ndị Aso Rock notice ya. Ịma na Fada Mbaka o tego je ezi oziọma for ụmụ mmadụ. Oziọma nke a na ọ na-ezi efe ụmụ anụ ọfịa. M ga-ala ike ihe Fada Mbaka kwuru ebe a. Gị na comment section bịa gwa anyị Fada Mbaka or the right or the wrong. But however, achọrọ m ka ikele ya also for having the courage to say this thing. Because ihe a Fada Mbaka na-ekwu ebe a, ama whether me nwere any objection about it. Just ka anyị gee ntị na ihe Fada Mbaka na-ekwu.
The Spirit of God can appraise what is happening in Nigeria. If there are people that should be in prison, all our past leaders should be gathered and be imprisoned. Not these Biafran boys.
Igwe.
They should not touch any of these Biafran boys. These hungry Igbo boys and girls who are yearning for their rights. You now put them in the prison.
Okay.
If they are not careful, as I speak as a man of God, out of the lips, their dynasty will not last.
You say?
Because they never know that there is a heaven. There is a life after this. Look at how they have merchandised the priestly, prophetic, pastoral anointing. Can men of God speak in Nigeria anymore?
And when men of God in Nigeria, when
anointing is already merchandised, how much shall we pay you and you keep quiet?
Okay, Johan.
And they are busy buying people in authority with anointing. And our children are suffering.
Child.
If we people with under anointing will not speak for this less privilege, God will curse us.
He said,
because there is a heaven.
Anyway,
Jesus says, fear not those who can kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Fear only he who can kill the body and kill and destroy the soul. Fear him. And that person is God.
Okay.
That is God.
Okay.
Nigerian leaders should understand the God factor.
Okay.
That is God. The Adonai. That is God. The Elohim. That is God. The El Shaddai. When I was talking about the deceptive malodorous concepts.
However, I'm not problem with sometimes with here Fada Mbaka na-ekwu. Just observe all this video. Give who the class and category of people not there. Some people they finish in secondary school. Fada Mbaka na had this type of heavy vocabulary. Now, I don't know whether they will come in contact or come close to what Fada Mbaka is saying. Because on all Fada Mbaka we are saying I'm a seminary. I'm many languages, both the Latin language, a little bit of Greek. When I your audience, so just look at the people not there. Man, the type of English you can use because here now wasting of vocabulary and wasting of grammar. Umagadi why not there can ask malodorous blah blah blah. Just can I get giant anyway?
Deceptive malodorous shadow called EFCC. How can you imagine a country like this? The best country in the world with the best weather, with the best manpower, people who are rugged, who can do any business. It's only in Nigeria you can find young men who can carry a dead body and wash without covering their nose and whatever. Our youth are ready to do anything to survive. But look at our so-called leaders. All their children are abroad, schooling abroad. Any little malaria, they will fly out to treat themselves. Their wives will be doing midwifery medication. Antenatal. Somebody will be pregnant in Nigeria, going for antenatal in London with our money. And you are watching the person. There's no problem if they will use their money. The problem is, it is your money they are using. So if you go for your money, you are not a revolutionist. You are demanding your rights. That should not deserve one bullet to touch you. Even the police, by now, should join the youths and not be shooting them. Things have gone wrong. The center cannot hold anymore. Things are falling apart. For these evil leaders have turned the men on the pulpit to become beggars.
All of you are doing useless.
Beggars. When we have luncheon, we employ them. and they promise you 1 million or 2 million. And you give them titles. Some of them will become knights. Some will become Nefe, Nedis, Nenta, Nemo. Rubbish. In heaven, such titles do not exist.
Okay.
We are celebrating the All Saints Day. The only title that exists in heaven is the title of sainthood. Either you are holy or you are not. Either you are righteous or you are not. Either you have repented or you have not repented. Nobody knows whether you are in this or in that.
Anyway, ka anyị dobiri godu ebe a, Fada Mbaka, ka anyị dobiri ebe a. Ihe m chọrọ ime ka ị mata wụ, gị nwa onye na-ege m ntị, listen to me. The truth is always bitter, and I have chosen to stay in this part of truth. I don't even care if I lose your friendship. It doesn't make any difference to me. The truth is that all these people need men of God. Politicians say use only money, make her useless. Today, their microphones are turned off. Is Fada Mbaka the only reverend priest living in Nigeria? Fada Mbaka or the only Igbo priest? And when other priests there which have big auditorium, well large audience, but they cannot speak. Because one politician or the other will go make her useless and powerless and make her voiceless. This is the truth. Actually, can I share my video because on my own, I am that bitter medicine that will heal you. I am that bitter medicine. When you swallow me, if you have the courage to swallow me, you will be fine. And I want to share this video. Whether my God on a exist to my heaven on a exist to your first God is this world. Your first heaven is this world. Make sure you live fine here. Okay? Then when the world after come, we see what is happening there. Because all these people, all these oppressors, all these politicians who are decimating you, they will also come there. So try to enjoy here with them and let us leave the rest for life after. Share my video.